can you get the most help from beta readers? That's the topic I'm addressing today in The Right Question. I'm Daphne Gray Grant, the publication coach. I have a question from Fred Estes, a writer based in San Francisco, California. Here's what he's asked by email. My book is about ready for beta readers. I know this is an important step, but I'm not sure how to organize the process. Thanks for any help you can give me. Thanks for the question, Fred. Just in case viewers are unfamiliar with the term beta readers, it describes interested and intelligent friends or colleagues who read your book without pay and offer you feedback or suggestions. I first tackled the issue of beta readers back in 2017 in issue number 20 of The Right Question. See link below. In that episode, I focused mainly on how to choose the right people and what you should ask them to do. Today, I want to talk about how to manage their feedback because it's a surprisingly big job. First, be careful about how many people you invite to be beta readers. I think 6 to 8 is the ideal number, but of course you need to ask more people than that because some will just say no or fail to do the job. I had about a dozen beta readers for my last book. While they were all wonderful and I was deeply grateful for their help, it was probably more people than I really needed. Also, in my case, many of my readers were professional writers themselves, so their feedback was detailed and particular. This was terrific, of course, but it did create more work for me. Here's how I made the job more manageable. Each of my beta readers used track changes in Microsoft Word. If you're unfamiliar with track changes, see link in the show notes below to learn how it works. I considered their comments one chapter at a time, one reader at a time. I'd put my master draft and my reader's draft side by side on my computer screen. Starting with chapter 1, if the reader made any suggestions that were no-brainers, for example, if they caught typos, I'd make those changes right away. Any changes that required thought, however, I put a note in the side, just like this. I adopted this strategy for 2 reasons. First, I wanted to work quickly. Second, I wanted to see what all the other readers had to say before I made any decisions. Once I'd finished chapter 1 from reader 1, I'd move on to chapter 1 from reader 2. I worked in this fashion until I'd made changes or incorporated notes from all 12 of my readers for that chapter. Then I'd spend about a week editing, addressing all of the readers' concerns and polishing up the chapter. I found that handling feedback one chapter at a time allowed me to balance the tedious job of data entry, tracking those comments from readers, with the more interesting and challenging work of editing. One last point. You should never feel obliged to accept every comment made by every beta reader. You are the author, and the decision about what to publish remains with you. Finally, let me wrap up with the words of fantasy writer Kate M. Colby. Beta readers are generous, book-loving gluttons for punishment who are willing to read your unpolished rock and help you shine it into a gem. Fred, beta readers will give you suggestions you could never have anticipated. And it's exciting and rewarding to get feedback before your book has even been published. If you'd like to learn more about how to make your writing a happier and more rewarding experience, check out my latest book, Your Happy First Draft. It's not available in bookstores or on Amazon. The only place you can buy it is my website. Link below and in the show notes.